We have tests that we can run on these foods and identify the foods and able to take you off of only certain foods and give you relief very quickly with not altering your lifestyle very much. We also, foods will affect a diet that you need to go on. Isn't there a diet for everything? Isn't there a doctor with a new book out every week about this diet does that and this other diet does something else? Well, there's validity to this. We know that certain foods will remove cholesterol from the body. We know certain foods will promote estrogen in the body. For example, and recently it's been coming out that females should eat soy-based foods because it promotes estrogen. Well, if you don't need estrogen, then that's not good foods to have. So we're going to look at what's going on in your lifestyle and see if foods are a problem. And we're not going to necessarily take you off of foods. And it doesn't mean that we're going to make you eat salads for breakfast and salads for lunch and salads for supper. What it does mean is we're going to look at you as an individual human being, see what your chemistry is through the proper test, and we're going to give you the diet necessary for you to make you healthy and help us get our chemistry straight in the body. One of the other things we're going to look at, let me cover one more thing real quick. A lot of people have allergies. And allergies are very, very complicated. And we find, and I find in many cases, folks have trouble with allergies to certain products that are causing them a problem in their body and altering their chemistry. And most of the time it's temporary, to where you have to avoid certain things for a short period of time and then you can go back to them. Occasionally we find someone that has a permanent allergy, and in those cases removal of the food is a cure. Okay, one of the other things is nutritional imbalances. Now, this is really important. I said it earlier, and I used this when I first started. If you have certain things that are supposed to be in your body, like iron, and it's not there, you have a nutritional imbalance. And it takes at least 6 months for an iron deficiency to correct itself. But it can be many, many things. It can be a vitamin deficiency, like vitamin B12, or vitamin B1, or vitamin C deficiency, or vitamin A deficiency. It could be many, many things that can cause a nutritional imbalance. And what did I say in the beginning? Remember I said that every chemical reaction in your body, every single one of them, depend on what? Vitamins and minerals. And everything is made up of these vitamins and minerals. So is it important that your nutritional balance is correct? You better believe it. If it isn't, you will not function correctly. And again, let's review a little bit. In natural medicine, we deal with dysfunction. We want to correct you, we want to find the cause, and we want to correct that cause. One of them is nutritional imbalances. And I'm going to show you one other thing I'm going to share with you, and then we're going to kind of tie this thing up. But in nutritional imbalances, I want to let you know that this is not new information. This was a report, Senate Document 264, and this is a quote. The U.S. farm soil is depleted in minerals. The plants that grow therefore, do not have the minerals and is causing sickness and disease and the death of the people consuming them in the United States. It is recommended that vitamin and mineral supplements be given to stop the process. This was 1936. Well, it's now 1998. What is that, 60 years later? And we still have people telling us, doctors, telling you, you shouldn't be taking vitamins and minerals, you get them all from your food. Folks, it's just absolutely not true. You need to have supplementation, and you need to have it done really in a scientific way. We need to find out exactly how you as an individual, because you're going to be different from your husband or your wife or your boyfriend or your sister or your brother than anyone else, and you're going to need different things. So you just can't arbitrarily do it if you're not feeling well. You must find out what the imbalance is. and we'll do that here in the clinic. One last thing I want to talk about nutrition, and I want to talk about fats. So let's go back up to the board. One of the things that I hear continuously is, I don't want to eat fat. You know, fats are not good. Fats make you fat and all that kind of stuff. Well, that's not true. Fats are the most important thing in your body. Remember, everything's made up of some type of food that you take in. Good fats are shaped like this. And fats form the walls of every organ in your body. Every tissue in your body is made up of fat. So if every piece of tissue in your body is made up of fat and you don't take fat in, what does that mean? That means that you are not going to have a healthy body. The key is to put in the right kinds of fats. When you put in the right kinds of fats, which you call cis fats, and we're going to teach you what the right kind of fats are in our clinic, you have a cell wall that's nice and tight. You see how these are tight? You eat the wrong kind of fats like processed fats and hydrolyzed oils. They're shaped like this. And all of a sudden, you're building your cell walls, and what do you got here? You've got a very poor structure that's not correct. You see how you have holes here? It's not nice and tight. And you do this over a 20 or 30 or 40 year period, you end up with a defective organ, and this right here is very, very important, and that is fats. So we're going to talk to you about that. Don't automatically say that fats are bad, because they're not only they're not bad, a no-fat diet is absolutely dangerous. The last thing I want to talk about, and one of the things we're going to talk about that can go in your body and needs to come out, are metals. We're seeing more and more of this, and it's very important. The major source of metals that we see going into people is the teeth. And what we have here, if you have silver fillings in your mouth, the silver fillings have mercury in them, which is neurotoxic. I spent the first 30 minutes of this program teaching you the nervous system was the key to the whole body, and the silver fillings we have in our mouth have mercury in them, and they are neurotoxic. They poison the nervous system. Let me just kind of share something with you. In 1988, dental scrap amalgam, that's after the dental amalgam was taken out of the mouth, was declared a hazardous waste material by the Environmental Protection Agency. Once a doctor removes the filling from your mouth and places it on a tray, it becomes a hazardous waste material. And in hazardous waste material, you have to dispose of it a special way. You just can't toss it in a trash can. What changes when they take it out of your mouth as far as for the danger of the material? Absolutely nothing. So we need to, and it's also made up, and the reason why they call it amalgam is because it's made up of many different metals. Each one of those metals can have a problem in your mouth. If you have old fillings in your mouth, if you have, or you have leaky fillings, it can cause a problem, and you can have metals going into your body and metals very much adversely affect the chemistry and the synergism of the chemistry in the body. So that's another thing we're going to check. I want to go back up to the board one more time, and I want to review. And this is very, very important. Let's draw our line down the middle. Kind of. Orthodox and natural medicine. Natural medicine is what we practice in the clinic. What do we say here? Disease. You must have a disease process, and they treat the symptoms of that disease process. Very limited in its application. In addition to that, dangerous drugs are used, and dangerous procedures such as surgery. In natural medicine, what did we say? Dysfunction. And remember, we broke that down. And what do we talk about? Structure, chemistry, nutrition, vitamins and minerals. metals, all these different things, allergies, foods, all these different things we're going to check. And we're going to balance each one of these so your body will heal itself. And that's what we do in this clinic. Again, I want to welcome you to the clinic. This tape should help you to understand why we do what we do. We do a lot of testing. I will sit down with you after the examination process and the testing process, and I will go over each test with you and explain to you exactly how it applies to you, what is dysfunctional in your body and what is working properly. I will also lay a plan out for you, which will include diet modifications, nutritional modifications, herbal medications we may give you, homeopathic medications, exercise, as well as what in the beginning we talked about, I said was so very important, physical medicine. We're going to do all of that for you. We'll lay your program out, and it's for you individually. Each person that comes in the clinic has their own program, and we're doing this to give you the maximum quality of life that you can have. And we do this with safe, natural methods with the philosophy in mind of first, do no harm.